everyone, welcome to another Rick's Picks. Today I'm going to be doing my review of the Warhammer 40k figure, the Claw Pack Sigyrr Stoneshield, and I hope I said his name properly. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking a look at him in packaging. Now I'm going to take a look at the figure and his accessories, and then I'm going to give you my thoughts on him. And just remember, if you do like this video, go ahead and check out my Warhammer playlist and hit that like, share, and subscribe. So without any further ado, let's get to the review. So here he is in packaging. I do love the packaging for him. So first off, you got your Warhammer 40k logo here, Joytoy, your age restriction. He is part of the Space Wolves, what scale he is, his name under here, and then you got the official Warhammer logo there. Spin it to the side, you get some legal and what have you there. Spin them around to the back. You got the Warhammer logo again, his name, picture of the figure, all his accessories. And then here's some nice photos of the figure himself. Spin it around this way. You get Warhammer, Joytoy, his name, and the official Warhammer logo. And then you get the top here that has the Warhammer logo as well. And then underneath, you got the Warhammer logo. So with all that being said, let's open him up and see what he's about. So here he is out of packaging. He's a really good looking figure. I like the overall look to him. Most of these Joytoy Warhammer figures do look really well. So first off, we're going to start with the rotation. So you got this side here. You got his back. You got this side. And now you're back to the front. So let's start looking at his details up close. So first off, I love the helmet design. The detail to that is really nice. The same with his crest here on his chest. He has this cord that goes across with some Celtic ruins. The skull and crossbones here, I think could have been done a little bit better, but, you know, it is what it is. You got some more runes here. Tooth claw. You got the wolf pack logo here. Now, if you look at it, there's a really nice wash over it that they put that I really like. They have this. He has some belt equipment here on the side. Over here, he has his pistol and its holster with prayers on it. All right, plus he also has this little skull here, which looks pretty cool. So there's a lot of goodies on him. I think with the same with this side, yeah, he has a, you know, I believe that's a foxtail on him and what have you. So a lot of cool detail on this guy. I like his overall look. So now let's start getting into his points of articulation. So first off, the head does move. You got a shoulder joint with a swivel. All right. Now the shoulder pad does interrupt it a little bit, but not a whole lot. Okay. So you do have an elbow joint and a wrist joint. All right. Get those arms up. He does have a joint right here underneath the ribs. Okay, so you get some back and forth movement there. You have one right at the belt line. All right, so you get that range of movement. Spin him around this way. We're going to just lift this arm up so we can see his legs a little bit better. Matter of fact, let's do it on this side. You got less stuff constricting it here. So you got the thigh joint. Okay, a knee joint. And you also have an ankle joint with a toe joint. There goes the toe. So he does have a good amount of articulation. He also comes, I got him off of here, a clear stand that you could put him on. Took a little bit of effort to get the foot on there, but once it's on there, he's pretty much stationary. So you got to really work that down in there. Like I said, once he's on, and he ain't going anywhere. So now let's start taking a look at the accessories that he comes with. First off, he comes with his, support pack here. All right. It has two little knobs here. That's going to hook it into the back. He comes with 4 hands, so he has a holding hand, a closed fist, all right, the other closed fist, all right, and an open hand. All right, actually, this is more of a trigger hand. Okay, he comes with a pistol. All right, I think that's called a bolter pistol, if I remember right. All right, it comes with a Warhammer. I love the detail on this. I love the copper, skulls on it, and then you got the copper sides here. Also got the cord and everything really nicely painted, so I like the overall look to that. He has a battle axe, which is very much similar to the Warhammer. So you got that copper look. You got these red crystals in the middle and the wrap and everything. So I do kind of like the overall look to this. And he has a war shield. Now, I love the shield. That looks really cool. So you got your, Celtic runes on there. The skull has a really nice wash to it. So I love the overall detail to that. So now let's start putting everything on him. So support pack fits in right here. Let me get this back on him. All right. So that went on with no issues. Okay. Trying to get him to stay on this thing is kind of hard. All right. So next off, let's do the pistol. All right. His fingers do move very easily. So the pistol just slides right into there. No issues. All right. Now this is kind of an odd thing to me. So when you look at his holster, you can see it's pretty much the same pistol as here. So I think instead of like having something to where like take the pistol, you put it in the holster, I guess they just have it so, if you don't have the pistol in his hand, you can kind of say that it's actually in the holster. I'm not 100% sure how I feel about that, but it is what it is. Now, we're going to take this hand off and replace it with one of the holding hands. All right. All right, so that went on. No issues. So now he has a holding hand in both hands. Okay. So we're going to start off with, let's start off with the Warhammer here. All right, let's get that into his hand. All right, so that went in there. No issues with that. The shield has a little bar here that his hand will grip. All right, so let's, oops, accidentally popped off his hand. All right, got that on there. All right, replace that. All right, so shield goes on pretty good. I don't have any issues with the shield. All right, next you got your axe here and just came off again. So it looks like the hands come off pretty easily, but I'm not super worried about it because, they go on just as easily. So there we go. So now he has the battle axe and the shield, which all swaps out pretty easily. Let's get a fist on here. All right. Now, one thing I don't like about these figures, and this is just a personal thing, is most figures, your hand or your fist would have a piece that goes into the wrist, where this is the opposite. It goes the other way. And the reason why that can be a problem is because sometimes you can accidentally pull out the ball that's inside the wrist, which isn't a big deal. They usually pop back in, especially if you use a little bit of hot water. But it can be a little bit of a pain at times for you. So move this one off too. Let's put this other fist in. Where is it? Oh, here it is. All right, so both fists. Fit well, no issues. And then, of course, so you know, they'd swap out pretty easily. You also have your other trigger hand that can go in there. So if you want his pistol in this hand, you can swap it out without any issues. Oh, one more thing about the pack that I just actually realized and I didn't notice at first is these little thrust ports do move. So if you want to change the position of them, they're actually movable. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so my final thoughts on this figure is I really like him. I really do like these Joytoy Warhammer 40k figures. I think there's a lot of nice detail to them. They look really good. You know, all his weapons swapped out really well. Didn't have any issues with that. All his joints worked really well. So I didn't have any problems with that either. The same with his hands. His hands swapped out pretty easily. So overall, he's a good looking figure. I like his overall look. I like how everything fits and works with him. Now, some people think that the Joytoy figures are a little pricey. They can be, but you get what I personally feel like you get your money's worth with these particular figures, opposed to the McFarlane ones, which are a little bit bigger, more to scale with your 6-inch figures, but the paint jobs, I feel, are not nowhere near as good as these ones. So I would recommend this figure for anybody who's a Warhammer 40k fan. So with that being said, I hope you guys did like this review. If you did, go ahead and check out my Warhammer 40k playlist and hit that like, share, and subscribe. They're all small clicks for you, but it really helps this channel grow. So until the next one, late.